Sandy Smith and her supporters post her flyers defending her all over the town, often right next to the ones attacking her. Tongues begin wagging about this. Of course I will endorse Sandy Smith to be mayor again. I was so mad about having to go outside the town and see all that destruction Diana Kelly caused. I'm glad Mrs. Smith killed her.
What was her opponent thinking, attacking her over that incident?
Sandy then is interviewed by a radio talk show host. So as far as you are concerned, the controversy over you killing this Diana Kelly is a non-issue.
Right. Her bailing out George Dawson, starting a forest fire outside the town, and finally kidnapping a child was all about luring me into a trap so she could murder me. And I walked right into her trap because I was determined to see her brought to justice. Even if she had killed me, the police and the other citizens of the town that were there would have hunted her down and taken her to jail. There were over 100 other people at that scene, so she wouldn't have gotten away.
Now let's talk about the other campaign issue you have raised, your plan to create a ruling council for the town.
Right. The town's elected government consists only of the mayor, who is empowered to make all the decisions regarding the town. I believe that was what enabled Ted Anderson to get away with some of his corrupt activities, because there were no checks and balances in the town to limit his power. Before I become mayor again, I will ask the people to amend the town's bylaws to create the new ruling council. It will have 5 members, each representing one section of the town and its people. This ruling council will be required to pass all laws, which the mayor will sign, and they must also approve the town's annual budget.
Interesting. I hope you are successful, then. The next day, at a political rally.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad to see you all here. We love you, Sandy Smith. You are awesome.
We can't wait to see you elected again.
Sandy Smith will make this town a great place for me and my 2 boys.
Mrs. Smith will fight for us like no one else ever has.
We counted over 1,000 people attending today. By contrast, the rally that Mr. Lord hosted last week only drew 90 people, including many outside the town. You clearly are projected to win the election next week, Mother Sandy. Father, I'm sorry, but I've decided that not only will I not support your campaign to be mayor of the town, but I want to leave this place and live with my mother. Your obsession with Mrs. Smith has made me the butt of my classmates' jokes for weeks, and I can't take it anymore.
Honey, I just want this town to go back to the way it was a decade ago. Things were so good for us back then.
Things were good for you, but clearly, most of the people think differently. And so do I now.
Your mother and your grandparents own a chicken farm in Illinois? Do you really want to live like that?
If it means getting away from this embarrassing situation, yes. Let me go now.
All right, I will call your mother and ask her about you moving in with her.
I've already spoken to my mother and she has agreed. And after I leave I never want to hear anything about Sandy Smith again.